Starburns Audio.
Thank you for listening to the Starburns Audio Podcast Network. We have so many great comedy shows to add to your playlist. Just last week on Starburns Audio, on the Season 2 premiere of Humans Who Make Games, Adam Conover talks to comedian Ron Funches and Jean Goudon, creative director of the Assassin's Creed series. On Boogie Monster, Kyle Kinane and Dave Stone share a perfect recipe for the quarantined cook. This week on Profiles and Eccentricity, they cover the history of the Khorasan Unity cult, folks for whom a flat earth is ridiculous because they believe it's really a concave shell. Search Starburns Audio on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or any podcast platform for our full list of shows, featuring hosts like Joe Coy, Amanda Seales, Jessica Chobot, and Jackie Johnson. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Starburns Audio. Enjoy the show. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep laughing.
Dan and Ren and Jay will share tales of folks so unaware they lack in grace and sometimes choose the life they choose will make the news. Breaking down each epic fail in Florida, there's half-price bail. I'm happy to say they couldn't make this up. So listen to our podcast jam with co-host Arden and Dan. Bender, don't be a jerk, cause when the music hits the funny hits and we are gonna take you down. Stick around. Make a sound, hunker down, it's Dumb People Town.
Hey, Townies, welcome to another episode of Dumb People Town. Population Myrin. Arden Myrin. I call her Marine.
Did
I do that wrong? I call her Marine.
It's Marine.
I'm going to call you Marine. Jay's going to continue to call you the wrong. Arden Myrin, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. The sheer fact that 2 out of 3 people would actually get it right is a first
Jason
for
doesn't
me.
care about you.
Jason doesn't like me.
I just say Arden.
Yeah, Jason really doesn't care.
Well, we've known you for Sklarden. We've known you for so long.
I know.
And I think for so long, Jay's been screwing up your last name.
I know. It's too late to correct it. He's deep in. He made a decision, and I like it.
I'm living in it.
You can't teach an old Myrin new Marines. I think that's all.
I don't. Well, look, I've always said I support the war and not the troops. So obviously, I would avoid. I would avoid the Marines.
I know that about you. I saw that. That's
I'm down on Marines.
That's your Instagram. Like that's how you're described.
He calls it Semper Fi. Well, Arden, I love that you are here. Your energy is infectious. You are one of our favorite people to hang with. In addition to being,
you've been hilarious in all the stuff that you've done. We were fans of yours as a comedian and as a comedic actor, and we just
working all the time,
all the
time,
and
for all the good reasons because you're amazing. And so you're on the show with us.
Thank you.
And listen, we believe that the world is getting dumber. I know you're out in the world and you see it all the time.
Look, I fucked up your name to start the show. That shows you how dumb
Jay's getting dumber.
I'm getting dumber.
I'm stripping. I'm taking off my giant sweater to show off my best skirt that I wore.
What'd you wear?
Skirt it up.
I wore a bee
There's
skirt.
no way you are going to be able to get that. All right, so
here we go. I'm back.
She's back. She's back.
I wear my bee skirt. It's shorts and a skirt.
Yeah, get in there.
So, guys, I'm back.
So we have to figure out how to. We need to be smart to try and beat back the dumb.
Beat back the dum-dums.
Beat back the dum-dums. So
fight him.
So
hi, dum-dum.
Dan gets great stories sent to us by our smart, dumb boots on the ground.
Yes, smart
our
dumb
D-bogs.
boots.
I mean, and they're great.
Our fans are incredible.
I should remind sometimes because people are new or they've forgotten that you just tag me at Daniel Van Kirk. Hashtag Dumb People Town.
Can I just say what a great job Dan does and how much goes into each show because, we know our guests, a lot of them, very intimately.
And Dan actually curates the stories.
Yes, Dan tries to pick stories that fit the guests a little better. So it's more than just like, hey, these are the next 3 stories up. Dan actually really says,
okay, curated it.
Here are the pool of stories that we have. What would work
And there's
best?
rules that some people don't seem to adhere to.
Yeah, if anybody gets hurt,
somebody sent me a story where a dog got shot.
I don't like that.
And I'm like, where do you see the humor in this?
I don't like that.
I don't know.
So you've curated this like the boutique hotel
Yeah, Dan,
of
very
like
much so.
dumb people stories. For me, this
Yep.
is
There's a
thrilling.
wine happy hour at 5.
I love it. I love a high-end app.
Is it in the library?
Yes.
You know what city loves a high-end app? Portland.
Yeah, they
Everywhere
do.
I went in Portland, they go, "You're gonna love it. You go up to the 12th floor. We got some high-end apps."
Yeah.
I was like, Portland,
High-end
you seem
app.
cooler than a high-end app.
What's your favorite past hors d'oeuvre?
Oh golly, I love. Well, it's not really past. I love a Swedish meatball tower.
Oh,
I love.
Swedish meatball tower.
I love a
Is that
tower.
a sexual act?
I'm going.
I
He
like a
meatball
lamb.
towered me.
I like
Hey, as long as you're into it,
A
it's
tower.
fine.
You like
Hey,
a
man.
you like a meat
a lamb
A skewer?
not a skewer, like a
kebab?
lamb with we're
with
on
the
a
meat
bone
with the
stick
bone.
where it's up on the bone. It's like a
Oh.
lamb rib.
I like a good mushroom cap.
Okay.
But you know what? I recently had, like in the past
Stuffed
couple years.
mushroom cap?
Yeah, hell
Oh,
yeah.
hell yeah.
Okay.
Jam it all in there.
Jam it in.
Oh yeah, that's where you take napkin first and then pile them into your napkin.
Oh, I like that.
Tuna tartare on a wonton crisp.
Well, see, there was one
That's
thing
a
where I
very
was
LA
at,
one.
and it was like a
I'm afraid-
cone. It was like a wonton cone.
Yeah.
And they had like spicy tuna scooped
Stop
into
it.
the cone.
Stop
I
it,
don't
Dan.
want
And I'm
that.
like, that
Dan,
was.
walk right out of
it
here
was
right
so
now.
I love a
good.
slider. I love a slider.
This girl can.
I don't like when they do like a satay. And they also have
yeah.
the dipping sauce
Yeah,
there
yeah,
because what am I?
You're
should
Am I supposed
already
to
be
grab
doused in
3,
it.
dip all 3, and then hold them?
Dan says,
I mean
Dan,
7.
Dan says satay it ain't so.
Yeah, satay. It ain't so.
Satay away from me.
I just
Crush a
picture you like the
satay.
Freddy Krueger with satay, just like meat on
Oh,
each
yeah,
finger,
yeah.
just dripping and dip,
Meat.
Yeah.
chasing some hot waitress.
Edward satay hands.
Just
have to, like-
screaming.
There's peanut sauce
just dripping down.
Dripping down the
He
bushes.
tried to kill
Arden.
me. There's just meat coming.
Arden is
And I
knee
keep
deep.
meeting people, but I keep meeting people that I'm like elbow bumping, like, hey,
Yeah,
how are you,
yeah,
man?
yeah.
Arden's like turn the high end apps into low end apps.
I am
And
a
that's
low
like-
end.
yeah, you went
I'm
low
not
end.
a really lowbrow
You
palate.
you lowballed the high end apps, and I don't like it.
When I first met you guys, back in the day when I lived in Zach Galifianakis' closet, he and I would go to these.
Glad you came out of that.
We
closet.
would, you know what? It was so hard for me,
It was a
guys.
big
Be
moment
free. I'm
to
fluid
tell your
now.
parents you're
I'm
coming out of Zach
It
Galifianakis.
was to come out as a young lady, to come out of Zach Galifianakis' closet.
It's hard.
But we would go to that soup plantation. Did you ever come over in
Oh, yeah.
Brentwood and we would
Yes, we
see
did.
the celebrity that we would see was Martin Landau?
Oh yeah.
And just talk about the lowbrow, just like we would try to see if we could eat from lunch
As
into
close
dinner.
to Landau as possible.
do
Are we in Landau?
you guys do you have a lowbrow palate like I do?
Oh yeah, there's some lowbrow stuff that I
My-
love. Well, I think that's uniquely. Shall we
Let's dive
segue
into a
it-
story,
Let's
'cause
dive
I-
into a
Yes.
story because
I
like
love stories.
lowbrow palette is a perfect way to get it because I feel like these stories
Great.
tap
We try
into
to
our
we
lowbrow
try to
palette.
touch a highbrow corner of a lowbrow palette.
I mean, that's the best you can hope for, isn't it?
What do you
that
got?
and to die in your sleep.
God, isn't that the dream?
Every gambler knows.
How do you don't know what
That's
happens?
the dream. That's the
Secret
dream.
to
You don't know that.
Robin is dying in your
In your
sleep
sleep.
after.
And eating next to Martin Landau.
Are you guys ready for this?
Yes, let's do it.
It's written by local man at C Mackey, SEEMAKI.
I like
Thanks.
it.
Thank you.
Thank you, local
Solid.
man. Sends in a
Solid.
lot of good stuff.
Yep,
Mahalo.
local
Mahalo.
A Wisconsin man, a man in Wisconsin,
So
has
we don't know if he's from Wisconsin.
right.
For all we know, it
A
could be
man
from
in
Vancouver.
Wisconsin has turned snoozing into a charitable act.
Okay.
What?
I
Terry
like it.
Lowerman.
I wish your name was Terry.
Lauerman.
Terry Lowerman.
Terry
know-
Sklar.
Terry Lauerman.
Terry Sklar would make me like an amazing lesbian.
Yeah, Terry Sklar.
I
Terry
wish you were Terry.
Terry Lauerman is like the Mike Lungenbill.
Yeah.
Terry Sklar is just like getting mad puss at like all the,
At like every Indigo Girls
every
concert.
Indigo Girl. She is the queen. Terry Sklar.
Every Lilith
She
Fair,
broke
she's
my
just
heart.
killing it.
She moved.
Terry
in with me.
Sklar is batting .689 in her softball league right now.
Terry Sklar runs like a mobile pet grooming business and is getting laid.
By the way, our lesbian cousin did run him.
I felt it.
mobile
I
pet
felt it.
grooming.
It's
Is
because
that
I
for
said,
real?
I get you
For
guys.
real.
She
I
sold
get you
mobile
guys.
pet grooming products.
I get you guys. I understand you guys. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
It's all good.
So
Okay,
he's
Terry.
taking
so
Terry
Snoozing.
Lowerman. It's
Terry-
always great when a Wisconsin last name can be said the same sober and drunk.
Lowerman.
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 Is he slurring his words?
No, that's
his
exactly
name.
how it's pronounced.
Flowering.
Terry Lowerman goes to his local animal shelter in Green Bay every day
Yep.
and takes naps with its cats.
Oh my
Now,
God.
sometimes in Dumb People Town, nobody's committing a crime. There's just weird things in our town where you're
Right.
like, that's the guy who sleeps with cats.
Is there a photo of Terry?
Bet your ass there.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Luca Brazzi sleeps with the kitty.
Yeah.
Though that's-
Terry Lowerman sleeps with the cats.
Terry Lowerman.
He took a cat nap. Can we argue with the guy? He took a cat
He
nap.
took a cat. I love to nap. I could nap. I could take a nap. I would do that.
How
Here's
often
the
do you
thing.
nap?
If I could, every day.
But here's the thing,
I
Arden.
don't, but if I could.
Nobody asked this guy to do this. Like, there's
Nobody.
definitely a
Are
moment
they like,
where,
sir?
like, sir,
Could you listen?
Sir,
He doesn't work
where,
there. Sir?
like, how many people on their first day of working at the front desk are like, where are you going, sir?
Side note, how does he get that much access to the cats? Like,
I
shouldn't
think
there?
it's the way it's set
cat
up there.
sex.
And someone
Cat says.
someone
sex.
walks in. I just imagine someone coming in and going, "We'll take him."
Right.
Oh
like
my God.
they're ready to
Oh
adopt
my
him.
What
God,
I'm about to
it's-
say is probably
feral.
just a direct result of white privilege. But 9 out of 10 people working any front desk will say "sir" 2 or 3 times and then be like, "Fuck it,
I would.
sir,
Sir?
whatever."
Yeah, not
Let 'em
worth
go.
it. Not
So you
for
can't
that.
lay on that, sir.
Where are you going, sir? No,
Sir?
only
Oh, those-
employees are allowed back
But
there.
it's like,
All right,
but he
well,
is
I
covered
guess
in
what
cat
I'm-
hair, so he fits right
It's
in.
a dog pillow, sir. What are you doing?
Well, he goes to the animal shelter in Green Bay every day and
Yeah.
takes naps with his cats, though
Yeah.
that's not quite his intention. According to Elizabeth Feldhausen,
Feldhausen and what is it, Leinbauer or what's it?
Lauerman.
Feldhauser
Lauerman.
Lauerman is like the Wisconsin version of Rizzoli and Isles.
Feldhauser and Lauerman.
Oh, my name's not Feldhauser Lauerman.
Feldhauser Lauerman.
If they got married and they had a hyphenate.
Feldhauser Lauerman is like the Hamilton Lighthouser of Wisconsin.
Feldhauser Lauerman is like a bill that's in Congress right now that allows you to sleep with kittens.
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
Look, if we pass this Feldhauser Lauerman bill,
I don't think we have the votes to get
I'm gonna tell you-
Feldhauser Lauerman through.
I'm going to tell you right now, all of us in this room and everyone listening, next time they are in any major city, can point at any building and tell the person they're with, that was built by Feldhauser
Lauerman.
and no one will
They'll be
argue
like,
with
really?
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
interesting.
Feldhauser.
Yeah, they build
Lauerman
80% of
They
the
built-
buildings down here.
Yep. According to Elizabeth Feldhauser, the founder of Safe Haven Pet Sanctuary,
not safe anymore with this cat around.
Yeah.
Lauerman strolled into the shelter about 6 months ago with a simple dream and a cat brush in tow.
Okay.
He just walked in and started brushing, Feldhauser
That's
told
creepy.
the Huffington Post on Thursday, noting that he never even asked to be a volunteer.
Because nobody wanted him there.
By the way, totally cool if he's walking into an animal shelter. Not cool as if he's walking into like an all-girls middle school.
It does
Just
feel
to
like
walk
a
in and start brushing.
He's like a walking Amber Alert, walking around with any kind of a pet brush.
I'm just brushing.
So eventually we told him he was an official volunteer and had him fill out a form.
And that's when the background check happened.
You guys, I'm going to show you pictures and
I
your
can't wait.
entire stance
I can't wait.
It's going to
on
change.
Terry Lauerman
I can't wait.
is going to change.
Oh my
I-
God.
First,
I-
I'm going to ask you this. How old do you think Terry Lauerman
63.
is?
63.
Too much fun leaves marks in life. Living hard, you'll pay the price. Who is gonna get it right? Guess the age. Guess the age.
Wow, Arden out the
Arden
gate.
Gates. You're going to say you're going to go in first, second, or third. But all right, so
First ticker.
first, tick, or third. She went first.
63.
63.
Jay, how old do
Arden.
you think he
Do
is?
you- I'm a 46-year-old guy.
Stop
and
bragging.
I mean,
Put it away, Jay.
Slow it
sorry.
down,
Put
Jay.
it away, Jay.
I'm going to say this
Put it away,
cat,
Terry.
This cat, and I say that
Terry,
definitely.
put it away. We're
My
not.
voice is too high for Terry.
How many times does Terry Sklar, lesbian, have someone said to her, "Put it back in your pants, Terry"?
Terry, please put it back in your pants.
Put it back in your pants.
Terry, we
brush.
just met.
The
we
cat
just
brush.
met. You,
49.
49 from Jason
Terry
Sklar.
I think
Lauerman.
he's 38.
38
Yeah.
years old.
I stand behind mine.
63.
Okay, Townies, get your answers in right now.
Yell at your earbuds.
We're not even halfway done with this story. I mean,
Okay.
maybe half.
I
but
can't wait to find
we
out.
haven't even gotten to what he looks like.
I can't wait.
By the way, his picture will be on the Facebook page. Please
Oh,
check it
100%.
out.
And
And
it'll
sign
be
up
on
for the
the
Facebook page.
Twitter as well, at Dumb People
You're
Talk.
looking at the future ex
Or
Mrs.
at
Terry
DPT
Lauerman.
Future ex Mrs. Terry Lauerman.
But
At
I love to
DPT.
nap, and I like cats.
Podcast.
I love naps. How
By By the
often
way,
do you nap?
Lauerman is ticking all of your.
Right.
By the way, Lauerman is ticking all of your boxes.
He might be. He shoes low. He delivers. He goes every day, so he's reliable.
Thank you.
He owns a brush.
He has interests.
That's on my list. A must own a brush.
Fieldhausen, said Lauerman visits the cage-free sanctuary, which results in disabled cats that would be at risk of euthanasia or other facilities.
I love him.
He comes daily, stays for about 3 hours.
I love him.
Love him.
I'm in.
Here he is. Ready?
Yeah.
How old
Because
is
I'm going
he?
to tell
How
you
old is he?
that.
I
What's
love
his
him.
name again?
Terry Lauerman. I love
Lauerman
him. I love him.
Is 75 years old. Ready for the picture? It's going to elicit a whole other set of responses. You ready for one of the many pictures we have?
yes.
Good thing I wear my
This is
best
him
skort.
in
Scored
action.
Oh my God.
I told you you were going to love him.
I have bad eyes.
He's the
Oh my
Eddie
gosh.
Pepitone.
He is.
He's Eddie Pepitone.
If Eddie Pepitone was out of shape,
Oh my,
more out of shape.
oh
Look
my
at
God,
how
I love
content
him.
he
Look
is.
how happy that cat is.
Of course, he's wearing black socks.
Although
course
his
he
hand,
is.
his
And a
hand
sweater?
is on his dick. I will say.
His hand
That's
is
more of a hip set.
He's got,
I love him
the angle.
so much.
he's got one hand in his pocket and another one stroking a kitty by him.
After he grooms a cat
love
for a
him.
bit,
I
he
love him.
typically dozes off.
I love it.
Said Fieldhausen, he sleeps for about an hour,
Perfect
then he'll
day.
wake up and switch cats.
That's it.
Oh my God, perfect day. This is my perfect day.
Your pussy.
Oh, no. Guys, it gets better.
Oh my God, Lauerman.
Look at Lauerman on another day. Look at that cat.
Oh my
yeah.
God, I love
that cat.
He looks like Mike Ehrmantraut. If I
does
may
kinda
break
look
bad here for a minute, he does look like Ehrmantraut.
By the way,
I'm
this
not
is the
even-
greatest
I
thing
love
ever.
him.
Why don't
I
we?
know.
Why
And
don't
the
more
ca-
seniors do this?
and I'm telling you right now, the cat
Couldn't be happier.
is
Loves-
so happy
The cat
right
is
now.
spooning him. He's what's his name?
That's Terry
Terry
Lauerman.
Terry is the little spoon to that cat.
He
That
is.
cat is spooning.
And look at the
Terry.
brush on the floor, which he did not set there. You know he dropped.
It
when he
fell. It
asleep.
fell to the floor,
This is
but
the
it
nicest thing I've ever seen. I love
brush
it.
shot the floor
I
and he was
needed
like,
this today, you guys. I needed this.
I know. Look at that.
Here's
Oh,
another-
my God.
I can't wait to share this with the town.
I want to fix him up with my mom.
I know, Lauerman.
My mom has a cat named kitten named Mittens.
Kidding
Really?
me?
She's got huge thumbs.
Put those mittens on.
put them mittens on.
You
man.
put them mittens on,
Put them-
girl.
So
Tell
he
you
shows
something about
up-
your mom. She fit like a glove.
Yeah, you get
She
up.
fit like a glove.
Oh, your mom feel like a glove. Hey, that's my mom.
Wait a minute.
That's
what?
Hang on a
my
second,
mother,
that's
Terry.
Arden's mom.
Terry Sklar.
Terry.
Shame on you.
Hey, yo, that's what I see. I call it
Terry
like I see
Sklar.
it.
Terry Star, put
You-
it back in your
Hey,
hand.
Terry Sklar, you've tried to fuck my mother so many times.
I'm just a girl who wants to meet another girl, all right?
Okay, but you've come at my mother so
Jesus,
many
Terry.
times. That is my
God.
mother.
I love that he walked in.
challenged me.
No
know
one
she
knew
did.
who he was. He just started brushing cats. Came back
love
every
it.
day,
I'm
and then
in.
does it until he falls asleep. Then the cat falls
I
asleep
love
on
it.
him.
It's a great
mean-
idea. That's like cat therapy.
Like if we
agree.
didn't see the guy and
Yeah.
we just heard the story.
It'd be creepy.
Like if he was this okay, so there are some things. Randy and I used to do this bit when we were in college at colleges and stuff. Where like there are things you can do in college that if you did them 20 years later, you would be seen as like a social pariah. Like if you're the kind of person who sleeps for like 4 days, like then that becomes like a cool story. Like in college,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
man,
yeah.
It's like Rip Van Winkle.
man, he just woke up 3 days later, walked straight to class. Everyone's like, "What? That dude's awesome!" Like if you sleep for like 4 days and you're like 40, you're fired from your job.
depressed.
People, you're depressed. People are like, he has a disorder. Or if like you drink like nonstop,
Yep.
you're like the guy who everyone wants to party with in college. If you're 48 and you do that, well, now that's a drinking
I used
problem.
to socially nap in college. I used to
With
take naps with people, and then it went awry one time.
Wait, you used to nap with people.
I used to like to nap with. I
Like
have
a-
a sleep. I have a sleep issue.
Like with people who were up for adoption or at risk of euthanasia.
Children are up for adoption. I wasn't supposed to go into the adoption
wanted to
agency,
brush their hair.
but I would go brush their hair to spoon those poor
Wrong.
children.
Very
Those
odd.
orphans, I would just hold them and.
How did it go awry?
Well, then I got arrested. No, I would. So I've always been a night owl. I have like my whole family. I have sleep issues, guys.
Yeah.
So you sleep. So you're up all night and then
I
you're like,
used
I
to
need
be.
to nap. Okay.
Yeah. So then I would need to nap, but I was like I'm social. I like to be with
Yeah.
She wanted to cuddle
so
with
I
someone.
would like teach people how to nap, and I like to spoon, and so I would like nap with people. And it went around one time when I fell asleep with my friend Lori, and I woke up, and Lori was this dude,
What?
and he was just watching me sleep.
No.
His name
Yeah,
was
yeah,
the
yeah.
rabbi, Mike Rabinovich, the rabbi, and
Wait,
he would
where'd
just
Lori go?
I don't know class.
And the dude was just in the room.
He
watching
was like
sleep.
in there,
Not
and
okay.
then that was when it went. And he goes, "You're dirty." You talked. I was like, "You're fucking creepy." And that's when
dirty?
I stopped.
Yeah.
By the way, I was.
You're too
not.
trusting. You're too
I was
trusting.
not. That's when I stopped nap. If I nap socially 20 years later, that would. It
Yeah,
was
you
creepy
did.
then, creepy now.
Do it with cats, and you're in the clear.
Thank
Cats
you
or
guys.
Garrison Keeler? Those are your two options.
When was the last time you napped?
With Garrison Keeler?
Jason,
When is the last time I napped?
I'm worried about you.
You know what? I think I fell asleep.
One night around 2 a.m. for
No,
3 hours.
I fell asleep. Yeah,
That's all he's got.
that's all I get in
Do
my
you
last
sleep?
damn life. No, I mean, yeah, last night I got a great night's sleep. Look, I can nap if my kids are doing something that allows me to like lay down near them and while they're watching something and go to sleep.
All right.
That's it.
Again,
It's a
I
doze off.
want to get back
It's a
to the
doze.
idea that just a stranger walks in.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm saying, so my whole point was, if this guy was 26 and had like a long beard and like long hair or whatever, I don't think we would feel as cool with it as this old guy
Although
whose
he
legs
is
are
being
crossed.
really nice to the
Agreed.
cats.
It's
like,
so sweet. The cats love it. And if they're disabled cats, we
I
love
just like that in
not
Dumplin'
like they're
Town we
gonna run
have
away.
somebody that just sleeps with cats.
yeah.
Yeah.
And goes and hangs out with
Sleeps
the
with
cats.
cats.
That's a great job.
Go sleep with
Apparently,
the cats.
Lauerman really enjoys the unpaid gig a lot, especially
Of
the
course. What's he gonna be,
sprucing
a
aspect of it.
Listen
Is
to
he
me.
going to get paid?
What are you going to be a greeter at Walmart and have to deal with like Black
Yeah, no,
Friday?
no.
He doesn't have to deal with anything.
no.
He has to deal with the black cat.
He said the brushing is a great experience for him as it is for them.
Of course it is.
And said, naturally, the volunteer with a habit of accidentally passing out charmed the staff at Safe Haven, and the group decided to dedicate a Facebook post to him on Tuesday.
He's the best.
We're so lucky to have a human like Terry, the shelter wrote, alongside a few photos of Lauerman cat napping with the felines that we saw on the
Catnapping.
show. I know.
Nice stuff.
It's the
Terry
best.
just came along and introduced himself. He said he'd like to brush the cats. Eventually, it became every day. You know, these cats are doing as much for him as he's doing for
I love it.
Oh, they
for
are.
sure.
He
Love it.
brushes all the cats and can tell you about all their likes
Of course
and
he can.
dislikes.
Of course he can.
Yeah.
This
He-
is it.
He
This one likes
also-
a little finger in the butt. Terry.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
He also accidentally falls asleep on most days. We don't mind. Cats need this. Terry is a wonderful volunteer.
I fucking love him.
That's story
He's
number
my
one,
favorite.
guys.
He's great.
Good
Look, story number
pick.
one.
Look,
Dan, I
pick,
love that.
Dan.
you-
There is nothing weird about it. He likes to eat from the litter box.
Good.
All right? Why is that? So we let him do
Why
that.
is Terry crouching in the corner? He is now going to the bathroom in the cat's litter box.
Look, Terry shits in sand. All
Hey,
right.
listen.
I don't know why it makes him a bad
And-
person.
But the good news is he raked it over.
I hope that a townie in the Green Bay area goes to this place,
And
visits
me-
these
and
cats,
takes a picture
meets-
with Terry.
meets Terry
and curls up next to him.
Lauerman.
Lauerman.
Yeah.
Do you want, we had somebody was taking a shit in all of the golf course holes, like at the in my town of Little Compton, Rhode Island, and it turned out it was like town physician.
We've had stuff like that. We had a superintendent doing weird poop stuff.
What did they do?
They just went to a rival high school's track meet every
Yeah,
morning.
I
and
call
pooped by
that
the goalpost.
I call that a hole in number 2.
Let's go to break.
Let's go to break.
More Arden Myrin on Don't
It's
People Die.
Myrin.
It's Myrin right after
It's
this.
Arden Myrin Marine, Terry Myrin Marine.
Stick around, make a sound. There's more Dumb People Town.
Working remotely can be a challenge, especially for teams that are new to it. How do you deal with your work environment being the same as home while staying connected and productive? And then there's your newest coworker, the cat. Well, your friends at Trello have been powering remote teams globally for almost a decade. At a time when teams must come together more than ever to solve big challenges, Trello's here to help. Trello, part of Atlassian's Collaborative Suite, is an app with an easy-to-understand visual format, plus tons of features that make working with your team functional and just plain fun. Trello keeps everyone organized and on the same page, helping teams communicate, focus, and connect. Teams of all shapes and sizes at companies like Google, Fender, Costco, and likely your favorite neighborhood coffee shop all use Trello to collaborate and get work done. Try Trello for free and learn more at Trello.com. That's Trello.com. Trello.com.
Hey guys, welcome back to Dumb People Town. We've got Arden Myrin on the show. I got it right because I care. Let's talk about a couple things that you're doing because we want
always working, always doing great stuff.
Working.
You have a great podcast about The Bachelor and Bachelorette called
Will You Accept This Rose?
Will you accept this rose? I do.
Arden, have you guys covered that in Vietnam, those two Bachelor contestants that fell in love?
No, because we haven't been in, like, we're seasonal. We're seasonal. And I can't. I want to get my hands on that. Right now we're watching.
Record a special episode about
like
these people these two women who fell in love, and I think they're like getting married or something.
Well,
or
there was a couple that fell in love in Australia, but they didn't stay together. But I think these ladies are actually staying together.
And you know that's like real love.
They left the show.
TV love.
Because
they left the show.
Right.
They were like, we got to get out of here.
Gotta get out my love.
There's been a few guys on the American version that you watch and like
you're like, you guys should be together.
They feel like they'd be a really great couple. Like,
well, you do they're friend in love. At the very least, you're like, oh, you guys at very least have fallen friend in love.
Yeah, which happens. Which happens.
Yeah.
Like
who did you fall hardest for in your life? Friend in love.
Friend in love.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Like it is Fast and Furious. Sometimes it burns hard, fast and bright, and then it's out.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
I have a few friends in love now. I got a couple of good friends in love.
That you're like, man, you're great.
Who is it? Bradley Cooper.
I love the Coop.
The Coops.
I call him
the Coop Scoops.
I'll just go over and nap with him.
Yeah.
No, I have a few friends. I have my good friend Peter Begler. You know Peter Begler. Great dude.
Oh, man. Dude is awesome.
He's just an amazing dude. And you just look, he's just smart, cool, couple years older.
Yeah.
Great beard.
You just love him.
I just love him.
Jason Berger
Knows
and
music.
I fell friend in
Yeah,
love.
I got
Jason
that.
Berger.
I get that.
Yeah.
He's a good dude.
Chris Sullivan and I fell
Sullivan,
friend in
is
love.
it? Do you know Chris Sullivan?
You
guys.
You guys called it. You had met him before I met him.
We met him and hung out with him, and I was like,
You're going to love Dan Van Kirk.
and
You're
they
just going to love him.
loved each other immediately. I'm like, I know you're both involved in relationships, but like you guys might need to be together.
Yeah.
Because you are like cut of the same cloth.
Yeah, they all eat, again, ticks all the boxes.
I got a neighbor friend of mine who I like hanging on the cul-de-sac with, who I love. His name's Matt. He's fantastic, and his son, and we all hang out.
What about
and
you,
play with-
Arden?
You know what? I recently had like a fast, almost like 1 week, a lost weekend friends in love with, I did the Alaska. Have you guys ever done that Alaska comedy tour?
They asked us to do it, and we didn't do it.
You should
I
do
would
it.
love to do
It's
it.
so I've done
Anchorage
it
with
twice now. It's so fun.
I love it.
But I got to do it. I did it alone, but this time I did it with me and Jeff Dye and Bill Dwyer and
great
Chris
crew.
and Chris
Garcia.
Chris Garcia.
I called it?
No.
Oh,
I can't. But we laughed so fucking hard all weekend in a way that I felt like. It almost felt like Stand By Me, where I knew it wasn't going to be the same. Like I knew once we got off that plane in Burbank,
Special. It was special.
I laughed from beginning. Like we were almost like children that had to be separated. I laughed so fucking hard.
Here's my takeaway from that whole story.
Talk to me.
You can fly to Alaska from Burbank?
Yeah,
It's amazing.
Well, you go to Seattle. You go to
Unbelievable.
Burbank to Seattle to
just
Anchorage.
I would do that.
It's a journey.
I love that. I love that you did that, but it's not surprising to me because whenever we're with you
Oh my God.
at a
I
festival,
have Friend in Love
Moon Tower,
Festival with you guys
Oh my
once a year
God.
in Austin.
we just
Didn't we go all with a bunch of us like dancing?
Yes.
To the,
Yeah, you guys went
Oh
to
my-
Barbarella.
We went to
With Aaron,
Barbarella.
right?
So
Wasn't it
much-
with Aaron?
with Aaron Foley.
Aaron Foley, who was
and the midget woman
oh my God.
opened up.
I
and
left
just,
you guys at the bar at like 2 a.m.
No,
at the
I
hotel,
dwarf-
and you're like,
the
I'm like, you guys
dwarf
done? You're like,
woman
no.
took her
to
top
watch a straight guy who I thought was gay hit on Aaron
Dude,
Foley
it was the best.
We just you and I stood back and we were like, this is awesome.
Aaron Foley. So it
because
was
Aaron Foley is beautiful
Beautiful.
and cool as shit.
she's beautiful, great
And
dancer,
Great dancer,
super
fun,
gay,
super
So-
gay.
Gay as the day is long.
Yeah, so gay, and we thought she was slow
Gay as
dancing.
the day is gray.
It was a slow dance,
Mm-hmm.
and we were like, oh look, it's Aaron, and like this guy who looked he had on like a
Paperboy
fedora.
hat
He had
or-
like no shirt on and like suspenders.
Suspenders, yeah.
He looked like a backup dancer, like a Bruno Mars backup dancer.
That's
Sure,
right.
sure.
That's right.
And then he was like, do you party? To Erin. It was basically like, do you want to go take ecstasy and
Let's
fuck?
go
And
do
she
this.
was like, not with you. Like, what? Watching
I gotta
him.
call my wife or
Yeah.
my girlfriend.
Terry needs a call. Terry
Hey,
Sklar's not going to like
Look, I'm
this.
stepping in here. She got softball tomorrow morning
I
at
get
11.
friend in love with you guys once. I only hang out with you
Always.
once a year, and it's in Austin. And
Because
then it's
festivals
like
work. Jay Larson and I felt friend in love in Austin as well. at
It's in
South by
Austin.
Southwest.
Larson and Sickler.
You-
Another,
and Sickler,
another
I fell
combo
friend
of
in
like
love, and
Nick,
Rory.
I love Nick Thune. I have like a crush on Nick
I
Thune. I
enjoy
just want to
Nick-
like climb up into his beard.
I
whenever
had
hang
a great
with him.
time with Nick Thune at Outside Lands. We did karaoke really late, and we danced.
Every time I'm around
It's
him,
the
I
festival love where you get to go be a dipshit in a different city.
Festivals.
You know what? We met. You know who we met, and you won't appreciate this, and most of our fans won't appreciate this. But when we were at University of Michigan, we met Dan Deerdorf, who was a guy who played football for the St.
Early
Louis Cardinals that we
90s
grew
Yeah,
up with.
yeah.
football.
Called Monday Night Football, and he played for Michigan, and he's now the announcer for Michigan. And he reminded us so much of our dad
Yeah.
that like. When I met, I just hugged him.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I haven't met this guy, and I was like, tell him about St. Louis, and I like would not get off of him.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
over.
yeah.
Yeah, he
I
did.
just kept on hugging him, put my hands on him. I was like, what am I doing? This
Yeah,
poor
yeah,
guy
yeah.
is probably like, what are you doing?
I love it.
It's cool. All right, so I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. Early on in my career, I captured the guy that played Kenny Bania on Seinfeld, the guy that's like, it's gold to your gold.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and I worked, it was like my first job.
What was his show?
Working.
Working.
Yeah.
He
Dana
was on
Gould,
it. Dana Gould, me,
Fred
Fred Savage,
Savage,
and
you.
Bania.
You were so
right.
good.
Oh
on
my
that.
God, thank
Damn,
you.
yes.
And like I met him.
Oh my God, thank you.
But I met him and like he was so awful to me and I loved him right away and I just chased him to the craft service table and I like haven't let him go since. Like he insulted me and I was like, I like you.
Is he
and I
nice
just
now?
chased
Is he
him.
nice now or no?
No, he's always been wonderful in a way that's like he's like mean nice.
Yeah,
like
he likes to mess with you.
he's like an East Coast mean.
Yeah,
right.
He's like 60 and he's salty.
What was the bit we did, and then we got to get into it?
No, because I mentioned
make
quickly.
this the second
No, let's
story for
mention
like
if you want. Well, I want to mention the Netflix series.
Oh,
as
I'm
well.
on Insatiable. I play Regina Sinclair on Insatiable.
Nice. What was the bit we were doing with you? Somebody was insulting, like
Oh yeah. It was somebody's
somebody was like
somebody's
trying to say
gross
something.
friend. He goes, "You were funny up there, but I saw you. Mostly, I just wanted to sit on your face." It's
Whoa.
like, so gross.
And your response is like, as such a like,
You want to tell him to screw you.
yeah,
but
I
you're
wanted to be like,
such a
"Go fuck
fragile
yourself,"
ego, but
and
you're
then you're
like,
like, "Oh my god,
thank you.
thank you."
What did you say? Sit on my.
Yeah, thank you.
you wanna sit on my
Thank you.
face?
Wait, what?
This face?
Yeah, what? Thank you. Yeah, it was so gross. Those guys were grody.
I just want to lay down and watch you
It was
sleep.
Gross Twins. It was Gross Twins that did it.
Who?
Ooh.
You wouldn't know them.
No.
But they were giving male twins a bad name.
Wait, I want to hear more about the physician. We can make the physician. Dan, see if you can look up the physician.
I don't think it made it into the paper.
It had to have made it in the
What
paper.
is this?
Oh, it was
Where'd
like
you
small
grow
town.
up?
Little Compton, Rhode Island.
Little Compton.
There
Rhode
was a
Island.
crow in my town.
Straight out of Little Compton.
Straight out of Little Compton.
Maybe
it was,
the doctor was Dr. Dre.
it was Dr. Dre.
You know my physician, Dr. Draymont
Jacobson.
Jacobson. Draymont. We call him Dr. Dre.
How long ago was this?
It was a while ago. And there
Like-
was also a thing where somebody was stealing all the mail. It was like in the town. And then like they found out that it was somebody had a pet crow named Poe that was like flying around to mailboxes, opening the mailboxes and stealing the mail. And so Poe the crow got put on house arrest.
How about
How
put
did-
it to sleep?
How did you hear about the physician pooping in the...
Everybody knows. It's a small town. It's 3,000 people. Everybody knows everything.
But it never made it into a newspaper.
No, it was just like the hot goss around town.
The hot something or other.
It was hot. It
It
was
was-
hot when he laid it down.
I mean,
Yeah.
you'd be surprised if you type into Google "man poops in golf course" in Rhode Island.
Really?
They remove Rhode Island, and then you just get all these stories from
Yeah.
all over the country.
Man poops in golf holes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
literally
Pick
what
one
it
of them,
is.
Dan. Pick
Yeah.
one of them.
Pick one.
Pick one, and we'll just
I
do it as
mean,
it'll be a
but-
pick and pop. It'll be a pick and pop because we got
There is something about that is like it because you trust. Like when
Yeah.
you go and you hit something in a hole, you trust that you can go down into it
Oh.
and you'll be fine.
Oh, like who
That's like
discovered
breaking the
it?
social
like
contract.
Who discovered it? You're right, breaking the social
And when
contract.
does he go? Like he would have to do it at night.
I think he did it at night.
yeah.
I'm gonna guess he was with a friend giggling. You don't do that alone.
Or there's like a fetish in it where he
oh.
gets really excited about that moment where he
Apparently-
could get caught.
Apparently, he had like a fender bender with somebody, and he didn't want to go through insurance. And he popped his trunk, and he just offered the person like a trunk full of Viagra, and was like, "What do you
What?
want?"
This guy, this
Yeah.
physician,
Yes.
he had a
Is this the physician that killed Michael Jackson?
yeah.
Wait, he
he
had
lives in Little Compton.
propofol. So wait, so he had a fender bender with somebody.
Yeah, and was like basically like, you know what? Sorry, let's not go through insurance.
Wait, Jay, didn't we had a friend we have a friend, and I'm not going to name his name because I don't want to get him in trouble, but we went to college with him, and he was friends with or knew the Menendez brothers?
No,
when they were,
no.
when they were
Tell me
before they
everything. Tell me
before they
everything.
iced their parents.
right.
Aced.
Iced.
Ice. See, this
Did
guy
he
aced
say
one
they
into
came
the
out
golf
to
club.
L.A. when he was living out here, and they were like,
yeah.
and they
Opened their trunk,
Opened
and there
their
were like guns and money.
and like a briefcase full of money.
No.
And
Yeah.
he was like, "What?"
He's like, I don't know if I can continue being friends with you guys.
Wow. And that's like in
Menendez.
Beverly Hills,
Yeah,
too. Like,
somewhere.
whoa.
But I think they were from Philly,
Whoa.
the Menendez boys.
Then Miami, right?
Maybe.
Were
they
they?
came out here to live with their uncle in Bel Air
Oh yeah.
from
No,
Philly.
that's the Fresh Prince.
Oh.
That was the freshman. That was a good try, but
I love that the mom, they just switched the mom, didn't acknowledge it. Just one season is one lady, the next season is
I
a new
know.
mom.
And they
new
opened
mom.
up that season with the butler. Was it Jeffrey just looking at her for a long time? I think it's a huge laugh from the audience when they switched her.
That's funny. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
she
yeah.
had that new mom smell.
I love that new
What do you
mom
guys?
smell.
What do you want to do?
Let's. That's a good segment. We'll bounce back and we'll do another one
cool.
on the way.
I
On
have
the
a really
other
fun
side.
thing lined up for us.
Okay.
Give it a little tease.
You can give a bad gift to people for the Halloween season.
I love
There
it.
we go. It's
Always.
Halloween
I
love
season.
it.
It's ready to
I
go.
love it.
Here we go.
I
All
love
right.
it.
When we come back,
Yeah.
take a little nap with the cat if you want. We got one more segment of Dumb People Town.
Arden Myrin.
Arden Myrin. Don't
right
go
back.
anywhere.
Stick around, make a sound for more Dumb People Town.
Hey there, Adam Conover here. Humans Who Make Games is my podcast where I sit down with the people who created some of your favorite video games and have the kind of long-form personal conversation we so rarely get to hear. We talk about how they got into the industry, what their favorite games were growing up, and what it's like working in the trenches of this century's greatest new art form. This season, we've got a whole batch of new interviews for you. I talked to Kim Swift from Portal, Alex Preston from Hyperlight Drifter, Anna McGill from Control, and Alex Beecham from the game Outer Wilds. Whether you love video games or you just love learning more about other artists' creative process, I can guarantee you're going to love this podcast. So, you can get Season 2 of Humans Who Make Games wherever you get your podcasts. Take a listen.
Hey guys, welcome back to DPT Dumb People Town. We always like to remind people where they can come see us. This Friday or
Yeah, this Friday, this
Thursday.
Thursday, we'll be at the Pop-Up Podcast Studio right across from Stand Up Live in
and
Phoenix.
we just figured this out. He called me last night to confirm Bert Kreischer.
I
the
love
machine.
him. I love him.
Shirtless, Bertless.
He's
We might
so
have to all take
sweet.
our shirts off. That
Do it.
at that.
So he is amazing, and he's been on this podcast before, so he knows how it works. Please come. It's at the Pop-Up Podcast Studio right next to
I would get
Stand Up
tickets
Live.
now. if
He's
you can.
so funny.
So that's
Yeah, that'd be
Thursday
good.
night at 7:15, and then Friday night at 8. Jay and I are
7:30.
7:30. We're headlining the Tempe Improv, which I
fun.
love.
That's a great club.
And then later
It's a
that night,
gigantic club. and we
doing
need
the
to sell more
goddamn
tickets.
comedy jam. Yeah, we do need to sell more tickets. So please come and
You just use
Tempe
that,
Improv.
it's that balcony.
Yeah,
I think what happened though last time when we were there, we had very few tickets sold, and then they just like fill it. They know how to fill it.
they do. So it should be really fun. I'm
Go see
excited
the
about that.
Sklars. They're the best.
And then we'll be in Austin. Yay! At Cap City, the November 7th through the 10th.
And
So
Dan
please-
has a bunch of dates he's on.
Yeah,
tour.
I'm on tour. Go to danielvankirk.com. I'll be in Seattle, Portland, Eugene, Washington, San Francisco, San Diego, Phoenix, and LA all in the first 14 days of November.
Jeepers.
Go to danielvankirk.com and you can come join me on the
And
Together
we are
tour.
really trying to sort of firm up our spring dates and whatnot. We have a little bit in March that we're trying to work on and figure out. And a lot of people have asked us, hey, do you ever come to Boston? Have you ever come to the East Coast? I would love to do a live Dumb People Town in Boston
Oh,
at
heck
some
yeah.
point, maybe at the Wilbur Theater, and maybe come back to the Bell House where we had great shows. So guys, just know that we're trying to figure that out as we do what we
We
do.
want to come hang with you.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
Should we get into the
Let's do
story?
it.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Sent in by Joe Luttrell at The Gentleman Joe. Joe, thanks for sending this. in.
Always
Joe
sends
Buddy.
good ones.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, what we should do right now is thank our drip members.
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
So let's read some drip names for all the people who joined the drip, and let's do that real quickly.
Heck yeah.
The drip, we can just tell you, d.rip/DPT. It's a great way for you to support this podcast and get extra content and get extra stuff. Possibly, depending on the level that you do, come to see us live, hang out with us.
Co-host the show with us.
There's so many levels that you can do and be a part of it, and we appreciate everybody who has given. People like Bart
Say it.
Janiches.
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 I don't know, man.
Bart, thank you.
I just know I'm thankful.
Howard Cummins.
Doesn't
Not
he sound
Cummings. Cummins.
Sounds like a Dickens character.
It does.
Guess who's coming to dinner?
Yeah, I'll tell you who's coming to dinner. Nathan Plunkett.
Great football player.
One of my one of the best Oakland Raiders of all time.
If Nathan Plunkett was a football player, he would wear the helmet with just one bar going across.
Rob Casey.
Great golfer.
Rob Casey.
Rob
British
Casey is
golfer.
a good guy to hang out with at a bar.
Are you ready for this next name? I can't wait for this.
Go for it.
Kristen Rometti Pike.
I like
to me,
that.
sounds
like an Olympian.
Or the type of fish you order. How's the Kristen Rometti Pike? Is it good today?
Fresh. They just got it. They just got it.
Joe Gardner.
Thank
you, Joe.
He's constantly gardening.
Eric James Hiltner. EJH sends in a lot of stuff.
Hey, man. Hiltner. We're part of the Hiltner Honors Program.
And I want you to know,
yeah,
I'm very happy that the L is coming before the T and that the N is in there.
Exactly.
Hiltner.
Sarah Holmberg. What's up, Homegirl? What's up, Homegirl?
She's our homie.
Joel Harper.
Don't want to harp on him too much, but thank you.
Randy.
Cheryl Lee Martindale Roberts. Oh, my God.
That is a name you yell.
Cheryl Lee. Get out here.
Cheryl Lee Martindale Roberts.
We want to thank
she
you.
has never been able to take a standardized test with her whole name on it. Ever.
Lenore Hair.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's like an old act.
Where?
Classic
Hair.
actress.
Hair today, gone tomorrow. Michelle Cucuzza.
Cucuzza.
She's going to drop the cuckoos on you.
Ted Evans.
That's a good sausage.
Eddie Speedy Ortiz.
That does not say Speedy.
All right, fine. Eddie Ortiz.
Eddie
Ortiz is the type of guy who shows up at the party and everyone's like, hey, Eddie.
Tara Hodgson.
The Joel Hodgson of our
yes.
Gwenna. I love this name. LeBreton.
Sounds like an
French.
old 1940s French
Gwenna
actress.
LeBreton.
That's what I thought about
She
Lenore
always shows up no matter where you are in a full gown.
And John Baran.
John Baran.
Is it John Barron?
John Barron. I think it's John Baran. I want to go with John Baran.
Either way, all of these people sent in. I really, really appreciate it.
They are supporting the show through the drip, and
if you have not heard your name, it's coming.
Special shout out to Ted Evans and Howard Cummins, by the way, because they are pillars of the community in our drip.
Dudes.
And I really
really appreciate it.
I hope they come to a meet and greet.
I hope so too. I hope we get to meet and get a chance to talk to you guys. d.rip/DPT. That is how we do.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you guys. Appreciate that.
Okay.
Good job.
Thank you.
All right. This is perfect for the Halloween season. You've got a limited time. If you're listening to this, if you're up to date, you will get this in time to be able to do this to someone you love or don't love. You don't really know how much you love donuts until you're faced with the decision of whether or not it's worth it to snatch one from the hands
of a skeleton.
Of a baby.
No.
Of a child.
Want to take a guess? Arden?
Of a what?
Baby.
Of a baby skeleton.
Baby.
Ooh,
Of a
that's
Make-A-Wish kid?
What?
Nope. From the hands of a scary clown.
No.
And not scary in the way that it's your garden variety birthday clown is scary. We're talking full-on It style smeared face paint and pointy fangs.
Oh.
Yes.
Are you sure that wasn't just Courtney Love?
This is totally...
I saw her.
Did you really see Courtney Love?
I saw her. I got invited to Marilyn Manson's birthday party. I brought Lisa Delario's.
Hilarious.
And we went and we were like,
Great female comic.
oh my God. And
Great comic.
It was
Why
like,
did I say great female comic? She's a great comic.
you know what? We're all catching up. I used to do it too. I did it too.
She's great. All right, so you guys went to Marilyn Manson.
So we went to Marilyn Manson's birthday party and we were like, what? Because I did a movie with him and he likes comedy, but we're like, so we just went out of curiosity and
Sure.
Of course.
So
and
you
it was-
lean in on that.
Yeah,
invite.
we're like, so we just sat down and it was pretty crowded, but we happened to sit down and then like he'd had an accident on a stage and so he had like crutches and so he
I
happened.
remember that.
So
I
he
think
happened.
fell down on top of
It
him.
was bad, like his femur was broken.
Yeah.
So he wasn't that mobile. So he happened to have to take a seat, and he just happened to take the seat right next to me and Lisa.
my God.
So I had to go to the bathroom so badly, but we just didn't move. And it was like it was a steady stream. They're like, "Hey, can you move over for JD?" We looked. It was like Johnny Depp and then Courtney Love, and then it was Elvis's daughter and the entire band of Smashing Pumpkins.
What?
And then
Where was this at? His
it
house?
was
house.
no. I've been to his house. I went to a
His
birthday
house
party.
is right near Kathy Griffin's house.
Is it?
Yeah.
It was at his record producer's house, in the valley,
Mm.
and
So
and then
translation porn set.
it was and then Joe Perry from Aerosmith. Is that?
Yeah.
I watched him give him like a switchblade. It was so exciting. Or like a knife. Maybe not a switch. It was so exciting. And then I was dressed in like this velvet dress that had like a little collar. And he goes, "Oh, you look like you have this style of Courtney Love, like from the 90s." And then he introduced me to like some famous actress or something. And she thought that he said I was Courtney Love's stylist. So all night people would go, "Who do you think I'm wearing?" I mean, you're a stylist. I would just have to like guess. Like, I don't like,
every answer I'd be like, Target?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I'm wearing Zara. Like, I don't know. Zara. Anyway, it was so exciting. Everybody thought I was Courtney Love's stylist.
I love it.
What if I was?
That would be so happy.
Oh my God,
So
what if I
our friends were on a plane with Marilyn Manson, and like he sat down next to them, and like he got really drunk and was just crazy.
And then he like called them a bunch.
And he was hitting on them and
trying to get them to hang out.
Were they two girls?
Two dudes.
No, two dudes.
Two dudes.
They just fell in
Wow.
friend love. Or he fell in friend love.
Maybe
I think
he
he
fell in
did.
friend love.
He's fun though. He's a rascal. You just have to hang out with him like earlier in the evening.
Well,
Before he breaks his femur. All right.
back to this. This is a definite business model that would exist in Dumb People Town.
Stealing a donut.
No. They're just saying,
love
would
donuts.
you take it?
I love a donut.
How bad do you want a donut? Would you be willing to take it from a scary clown?
You got
Like
a dozen donuts.
I love
from
donuts.
Because Hertz Donut, a mini chain with locations throughout the Midwest and the South,
They're the Avis of
you'll
donuts.
find the most outputs for this place, outposts for this place in Missouri.
Okay. I
It's
love it.
added again with their Scary Clown Deliveries, a service originally introduced last Halloween. From now through the end of the month, you can have a terrifying Pennywise-esque clown, red balloons and all, bring a dozen donuts to your friends or enemies' doorstep. I want to send
That's
this.
a
I wanna
great
send
idea.
one so badly.
That's a great to have a clown.
And by the way,
Send in the clown.
Send in the clown. And don't tell them who it's from.
Yeah,
Just maybe
yeah.
a note is like, don't just look over your shoulder.
It says, want to scare the shit out of, or no, they say, want to scare the sprinkles out of your friends. One
Oh,
location in Caddy, Texas, wrote on Facebook, Scary Clown Deliveries. The service costs, how much do you guys think it costs?
To send a scary clown with a dozen.
Does it include the donut?
Yes.
It does
By the way,
not.
the donuts are
Plus,
$2.99.
the service costs a fee plus the cost of said box of donuts.
So just the service, what's
right.
the fee?
So you're only guessing on that. They got to come out. They get fully dressed up. What
$19.99.
Okay.
That's a good guess.
Way too low, Jay.
I could show you guys what the clown
40,
looks like.
49 bucks.
I'd like to
49
see.
bucks.
Before or after you
70
I'm going to stick with it.
$79.99.
49.
I need to see. I'm going to see.
Arden, what do you say?
$19.99.
49 bucks.
$79.99.
79 from Randy, 49 from Jason. The amount it would cost you to send a scary clown to your friend for Halloween, dressed up like Pennywise,
With a box of donuts.
is $5.
Oh, Arden.
Why does she keep winning? And
I love games. I love games. You need to know that about me.
and you're good at it.
I'm good at games.
You're really good at it.
undervalue.
I'm bad at sports, good at games.
You can
good.
see the
Oh
screen
my
cap
God.
here. Of
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I wish I could send?
It's
A Fudgy
terrifying.
the Whale.
Yeah.
How much would you pay to send a Fudgy the Whale?
What is
Cake.
Fudgy the
That's
Whale?
Carmel,
from Carvel.
Carvel. Hey,
Carvel.
Ice cream
Lou-
cake.
Well, who is it? Lou Carvel? What was his name?
Carvel.
But his name is like, hey,
James-
this is
James
Lou
Carvel.
Carvel of Carvel's Cakes. You have Cookie Puss Fudgy the Whale.
Well, here's
That's
how
not-
it works.
that is.
Basically, the clown will slowly advance towards your unsuspecting
That's a
bud
buy.
slashing nemesis, and without speaking or breaking an eye, keep eye contact with them.
Love to send that
He
to
will then
Lisa.
honk his clown horn with increasing intensity until they
Yes.
finally take the box of
Oh,
donuts.
Yeah.
God, this is awful.
It looks like a real bad time, is what they wrote here.
It is a real bad time.
But one that ends in enjoyment and delicious donuts.
I want to send that to Lisa Delirios.
Yeah.
Some sample flavors from Hertz
You
Donuts
should.
include Fruity Pebbles, Cotton Candy, and
Ooh.
Samoa. I will.
I love a
fuck
Samoa. I will
That's
fuck
the greatest,
up.
the greatest Girl Scout
Nope,
cookie.
not as
I
good as
can't-
the frozen Thin Mints.
Stop.
Not
No, I'm
nearly
with
as
you.
good.
I'm a full Samoa.
Thank
I used to
you,
be
Arden.
Thin
Both
Mint
of you
until-
get out of here.
You get out. You get out.
get
You
out.
get out.
Get in the
You.
freezer.
You get the
I'm
freak
sending
out.
you a clown donut.
It's probably like
I gotta
fudge
get in the
stripe.
freezer. I have to hide in the freezer.
Yeah, get in the freezer.
Do you like fudge stripes from
Yes.
Keebler? All
Yes. What am I'm not a monster. Of
No,
course
you're
I
not
do.
a
What do I
monster,
look like
but-
a monster?
You do,
Oh,
but
love
I don't
those
think you
elves.
are.
Although I will say the working conditions in the tree were left a little to be desired.
To arrange,
17-hour work days of those elves, not cool.
a clowngram.
They were making Nikes in there too.
Check your nearest Hertz Donut Facebook page to see if they're offering the service. Then call to set up a time and a place. And if you're still looking for a reason to send one and having trouble dredging up old grudges, the chain's Frisco, Texas outpost has some ideas.
Oh, please.
So Steve ate your
This
yogurt.
is the perfect thing to send to an ex-wife, ex-husband,
Yes.
ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend.
This is what I love.
Yes.
Frisco started listing people you should send this to. and
Okay,
this
I
is
can't
what
wait.
They could come
Who do
up
they
with.
got?
Quote, so Steve ate your yogurt with his bathrobe open. Send him a scary clown delivery. It says on Frisco's Facebook page.
All right.
Brandon thought his
Brandon
thought his acoustic guitar work, in case any girls wanted to see what's inside of his soul, was a good idea. Send him a scary clown delivery.
That I agree
That's
with.
fair.
That I
Or
agree.
just wait until Valentine's Day. That's when Hertz rolls out its Cupid delivery featuring a grown man wearing a diaper and feathered wings while doing an interpretive dance.
I'd
That's
rather have the
scarier.
clown. I'd
Yeah.
rather have the clown.
That's
rather have the
scarier
clown.
to me.
I'd rather have the
Because
clown.
you know-
Bert Kreischer. I'm just saying, Bert
Because you
Kreischer.
know who's
in a
going to
diaper.
show up is Terry Longbauer.
Hey,
Terry.
I just
Lowerman.
Terry.
He's gonna give you a donut and then fall asleep with your cat.
Exactly.
Oh,
Oh
Dan,
my God, I want to send that
love
to people.
that.
I know.
I love
So
that.
this is dropping before Halloween. You have time to
Guys,
send
if
a
you are
scary
in
We
this-
gotta
order,
move to
take a video.
Missouri. Why do we live in Missouri?
We're
where we're
from
from.
Are
Missouri.
you
yes.
Dunkin' Donuts people?
I like Dunkin'.
Wait,
I do
what?
like. I like a Dunkin' Donut.
Well, I thought I liked it for a long
until
time.
you went to Trejo's Donuts.
Trejo's Donuts. I might drive
Is it
there
a cake
today.
donut?
What?
That's
Dude,
all I like is a cake.
The
donut.
little tinier, like more dense
Just
ones.
yes, yeah.
Yes, they have those.
Okay.
What's your donut of choice, and why was it so good? I mean, I love a donut.
Trejo's Donuts. We were on set for Those Who Can't, that show, and they had a box of them, the pink box of donuts with Danny Trejo's face on it. And
Love
I
it.
opened it up and I was like, "What's this?" And then I ate it. I'm like, "That's the greatest thing I've ever eaten in my life."
What flavor?
It's called an old fashioned. And they have maple old fashioned, regular old fashioned with buttermilk topping, or
Dan is like,
This is
Dan-
solid.
yeah. It's
do you know how like when you scratch like a doggy and
Yeah,
then
that's
the
how
leg,
I felt. That's how I was
Arden's
feeling.
leg just started
Arden's
going
like
like
she started
this.
going.
I hope.
I'm going to take you. I'm
senses.
taking you to Trejo's Donuts. That's,
Honestly, I gotta fit in my pants. This could be a problem.
You ain't fitting in
Never-
pants after Trejo's Donuts. I am like a big
So good.
old school apple fritter guy. Like you get there, it's just the most fried, worst
I
thing
like
for you. and it tastes good.
jelly.
Jelly
I
donuts?
like jelly.
I'm
Dan's
a
calling
Boston
you.
cream guy, and I will say that Randy and I went to Blue Star Donuts in Portland.
Portland, which was great.
We
but-
got there too late.
They're
So,
really
like-
big. They always have those at, or they used to have them at Bridgetown.
They have them
Yeah,
in
they had
Venice,
them out,
too.
but you just say
There's
to you,
one here in LA.
You don't want to get there late. If you get there at 11, then they're just like they have in the display case all the donuts that they've run out of.
Oh,
You want one of these?
The ones that Terry would spoon and
want one
comb
of
their
those?
hair.
They're like, well, they do
The
have
leftovers.
like here, try
What's
this.
left? We're like, what do you have?
And they're like, well, we got this matcha and baby hair.
I don't
nope,
want- I
baby
that
don't-
doesn't
hair.
sound like a good.
Just
What
cut
the hell is
baby hair.
matcha? What is
I don't know,
matcha?
it's green. It's like a green tea.
We've got
extract.
I don't want
I don't
that.
know.
we've got mochi and grass cuttings.
Guess what I want?
want
Peanut
that.
butter.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all.
I love
I
peanut
just like
butter.
a standard cake donut, chocolate frosting. Maybe throw some coconut or some.
I'm not
peanuts
mad at
on
you
there.
with
Dan,
that. I
I'm
respect.
taking you to Trejo's.
Yeah, I'm down.
Let's go.
I'm down.
Done. All right, dudes.
I
That's
respect
it.
all of you.
This
Thanks.
is
I
how
respect you,
this is
Arden.
how we
Thank
do.
you.
Arden Myrin, definitely check out
it's
Insatiable.
Myrin.
Insatiable.
I think
It's
it's
really
Myrin.
fun.
And
Very
will you
Myrin.
accept this rose?
And will you accept this rose?
sorry,
And I do
sorry.
tour. I don't care.
You do tour.
Just gonna lie,
Where
I
can
do
people
tour.
catch your dates and stuff?
It's at my website. It looks like Arden Myrin. ARDENMYRIN.com.
Arden Myrin.
I have some dates in the new year coming up. I'm
Go
not sure.
see her.
Go
She's
see
so
her.
fun.
I think Janine and I are going to do we're doing a show at, we're doing Sketchfest, I believe.
Oh, are we doing Sketchfest?
We may be.
we may be.
Great.
Okay.
Maybe you'll come do that. Hey.
All right.
Hey,
Love
girl.
you. Love hanging out with you,
Oh,
girl.
man, I missed you guys. So
and
happy to hear from you.
This is wonderful. And oh shit, we gotta get back to work.
Dum 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 dum. Stick around, make a sound, hunker down, it's Dumb People Town.
It's a good show.